So let's start talking about intervention. We always want to go to the least invasive intervention. Again, that means it is with collaboration or cooperation with the caller. We want them to feel a part of the decision making for their next steps for their welfare. So our goal is to use what is the least amount of intervention as possible. So that could be those coping mechanisms that we talked about, that's going to help them, or they're going to try that, they're going to see how that works. However, sometimes it does get farther than that, where people feel like that's not going to help, they're not even willing to try. And so there may be brainstorming around, do you think you do need to get to the emergency room? Again, that's giving them a choice and putting them in power of their own decisions, rather than doing something that is forceful and against their will. During all of this, the caller's name is really important, not just because it helps identify them and gives 911 some information if you have to call them, but because it is something that you can use during the call that makes the call feel more bonded, and that you are there with the caller, since you're talking using their name, and that's a connective piece. So this intervention might involve another person. Is there another person that can come and sit with you? Again, don't make it call somebody else, don't call us, but is there a friend or a family member that would be willing to come and sit with you? It may be a clergy that somebody feels comfortable with that would do that. Or is there a resource that we have that they could call and connect with? Sometimes there is a third party present in the house and we just don't realize that. Suicidal people have called from their bedroom with other people sitting in the living room. So to brainstorm that, is there somebody there, or maybe even it's in the apartment next door, somebody they feel familiar with and comfortable with. Again, the professional therapist, can they talk to their therapist also after hours? Is there a clergy they feel comfortable with? And also looking forward, seeing how this all weaves together, part of the safety plan. What about tomorrow? How are you going to be safe tomorrow? What are some steps that you think you'll be willing to take tomorrow to help you walk through this problem? And again, that might be a therapist. It might be them talking to a hospital, going to the ER. So we need to know when we're going to send. The important thing to know is, if you call 911 and tell them that you are talking to a suicidal person, really the decision of sending has now been taken out of your hands. They will automatically send. So when you call 911, please be sure that that's the intent that you have, to send. At any time, though, you can tell a person that, I hear how you're struggling. Would it be helpful to have somebody come out and check on you? Would you like somebody to come? We can call 911. We can send an ambulance out to check on you. That's always, again, giving them some power over their decision making. However, there is a time when we are just going to send rescue without their consent. And that is specifically if the caller is in progress, already started the process of taking their life. They have started taking pills. They have cut with the intent to kill themselves. So that is an absolute for us, and we are going to go ahead and start the send no matter what. During that process, when you're starting the trace and the send, as the worker on the call with the caller, you can still continue periodically offering assistance. I hear how much you love your grandchildren and how much you want to be there for them. Would you like us to send somebody out to check on you and make sure that you're safe and to keep you safe so that you can continue to spend time with your grandchildren? So you can still do that. And later on down the line, if you continue to engage the caller, they may be more receptive to that. And at that point, of course, you can get the address and send right away. Sometimes it does involve, if they are under the influence of medications, that their inhibitions just break down, and it can come to a point where you can just say, "And what was your address?" And they just tell you. Please know that a trace doesn't necessarily happen in a perfect manner. It doesn't happen in 2 minutes like on TV. It sometimes can take a while, especially if they are located in an outlying county or not right in this hub, that it sometimes takes a while to find them. So, while you're on the phone, if either scenario, you've determined they are in progress, have started the process of killing themselves, or they agree, then you are going to have your partner call 911. Wave your hand, get their notice, parrot the caller out loud so that your partner hears. "So you said that you've taken that bottle of pills with the intent to kill yourself?" If you say that, your partner should be on his or her feet, ready to help you in any way. So we do have caller ID that is going to give you a phone number. That's not going to give you an address or anything locating. So the phone number is not the same as tracing, but your partner will still use that phone number as, "This is the number that we have for them." Again, don't stop engaging the caller. Continue that active listening. And it's even more important because you don't want to sit in silence with somebody who has taken a bunch of sleeping pills, because that would not engage their minds or keep them active. So you want to keep them talking. You want to talk about things that they're dealing with. And sometimes it comes down to a pet that you're talking about with them. But you want to keep talking and engaging them. It is rare, but we have done well check sends, which means the person is not in progress yet. They have not done anything to start that process of killing themselves, but the call may have ended quickly because they were just tired, or they may have even said, "Well, this isn't helping at all. I thought it would help, but I'm still going to kill myself," and they hang up on you. If that happens, first of all, you can definitely call that person back if you've got their phone number, which you should always try to get a phone number because it's very helpful. So you can try to call them back. If you don't get them and cannot re-engage, but still have the feeling that it is imminent and legit that they are going to take their lives, you can call 911 and ask for a well check. You would also tell them that it's not in progress, but you have a feeling that it is very possibly going to happen soon.